The captain secretly poured a bottle of liquor into his orange juice while the plane was cruising. He boldly drank it in public over 100 passengers, yet not a single one noticed. Captain skillfully disposed of the bottle, downed the juice in one go, then calmly returned to the cockpit and fell asleep. The scene shocked the new co-pilot, but the chief flight attendant remained calm, saying the captain had done this many times before. Sure enough, the flight continued smoothly, but just as they were preparing to land, disaster struck. The plane was hit by severe turbulence. The cabin shook violently and passengers panicked, yet the captain, who had just woken up, remained composed. He immediately told the flight attendant to have everyone fasten their seatbelts, took control of the plane himself, but the next second, the aircraft suddenly lost control, plummeting straight toward the ground. The captain urgently told the co-pilot to pull up, but no matter how hard he tried, the plane wouldn't respond. With the situation critical, the captain called the control tower and declared an emergency to slow the descent. He quickly dumped the fuel to reduce weight, then ordered the co-pilot to lower the landing gear in preparation for an emergency landing. But the aircraft continued falling vertically. An emergency landing was impossible. At that moment, the overhead luggage rack suddenly burst open. A flight attendant rushed forward to close it, but a violent jolt knocked her out instantly through the window. Buildings on the ground were already visible. The captain realized a densely populated area was directly ahead. To avoid the crowd, he sharply turned the plane. The fuselage tilted violently. He was actually trying to fly the plane upside down. With the cooperation of the co-pilot and the chief flight attendant, the aircraft flipped over successfully, miraculously stopping its fall. But the crisis wasn't over yet. Inside the cabin, a young boy who hadn't fastened his seatbelt was thrown out of his seat. A flight attendant rushed to grab him, secured the child, but was herself hurled to the ground. Meanwhile, the plane had run out of fuel and its engines had failed, making it impossible to reach the airport. The captain had no choice but to attempt an emergency landing in an open field ahead. But directly in front of the field stood a church where a ceremony was underway. The captain struggled to steer with all his might, but the wing still smashed hard into the church.
Brace. 10. Minimum. Brace for impact. Minimum.